What is up, everybody? Stud City here, and today we're going to be taking a look at this Bricks Max LED kit. This is for Ninjago City Gardens. If you haven't noticed, in my background with the aurora of LEDs, we have Ninjago City Gardens lit up, and a very frustrating process, I'm going to be honest, but I'm going to give an honest, in-depth review of this light kit. This thing looks awesome. Honestly, it's so worth it. Look at it. I mean, it's just breathtaking. It really is. I'm stoked to do this video, and I hope you guys are ready for it. This is going to be a fun one. So stay tuned if you want to see the entire process of me putting it together. I took little clips throughout, some of the frustrating things, some of the really nice things about it. I put it all in here, and it's going to be a totally honest review, guys. So I hope you enjoy it. Here we go. Another really cool thing about this light kit, guys, is everything's labeled very nicely, and the instructions are very easy to read. I know it could be overwhelming because there's just so many LEDs that are going into this amazing build, but here's just a quick look at the instructions on how it kind of works. Pretty simple. There's a lot of tearing apart, so it takes a lot of time and it's very tedious, but I guarantee the end product is going to be something magnificent, so I can't wait. We just got to essentially the third floor of Ninjago City. As you can see right there, this is what it looks like so far. See a handful of wires hanging out, but those will all have a purpose later. The rest of the wires are all pretty well hidden inside. My cable management isn't the greatest, but I put about 3 hours in this morning and about 3 hours yesterday. So we're about 6 hours in total, just to give you an idea on where we stand. This is still book 2 out of 3. I really haven't had too many problems. I mean, of course, it's a very tedious job, but putting these back like gas things on this flying moped, as in the instructions, I think this one really lacks. I cannot get this to stay in. It just continues to pop out. And overall, I'm going to go with I might have to just cut this one out because it's just not staying. You can see it in the picture how the wire pops out. These things fly out every time I snap it in. I'm going to show you a quick step that I can't figure out, so I'm just kind of making it work. So from step number 28 to 29 to 30 to 31 to 32, you can kind of see how it goes. And I'll show you what I got. I have it upside down at the moment, but I have that cable running down. You can see the light inside of there, and I have it running down just as the picture depicts. And then it tells us to pull off the roof, the bottom of that floor, and run the cable around, and it shows it extremely long. If you may notice that, so it goes extremely long. You can clearly see on mine running the cable from the inside how they have it around over the top. My cable ends right here, and it is not nearly long enough to attach to the ones down here as being length. But then it asks for a light, which goes right here on the bottom, and the cable doesn't go into it. At least I don't think. If it does, it makes sense. But I'm gonna go ahead and run that cable as I did. I ran that cable straight into that light, and then this one will go into these. And these are gonna run all the way into the inside of the building, and you can see on this little panel, there's where it connects. And it actually is a full panel, which should have 5 slots open, and I actually have 5 slots open. So I'm gonna have one that's left open because I only have the 4 instead of the 5, because that one's clearly not long enough. Just something really frustrating, guys. I can't figure this out. I've spent probably a half hour on this one already. Just to give you an idea what I'm going through. After about, I would say, close to 20 hours, between 15 and 20 hours, we're gonna do a test. Not a test, what I hope is a lighted kit. I might need to get some room. I plug it in. Oh, that's upsetting. I got nothing. Guys. Okay, guys, so I tested out the battery box. Here we go, off and on. I got absolutely nothing. That is not good. So throughout the video, you know I'm having trouble with this. I just rebuilt this entire thing. I got light powered up. I keep testing it. I've had to test it all the way up, and we got everything to work so far. So everything you see now will be lit. Now I'm working on the last part of the instructions, right? And this light right here, I have it connected to power, and it's this one is actually faulty. So it's sending a missed signal, and I'm not getting any power. So anything that goes, when I have it plugged in right here, that's where that
that's where the empty space is, it doesn't work. So it literally took me pulling out every single wire from where we started and working our way back up, testing every single one. We actually had another faulty one. This one right here didn't work when it was plugged in. I believe it was this middle floor. So that's why none of that side was lit, and I could only get, just a few lights on the left-hand side lit up in the earlier in the video. But now I have a problem here. This one right here is not lighting up. So I might just take it out completely and just not have a light there, just so I don't have to deal with this anymore and just kind of complete the build. I wanted to prove to you that I'm not crazy. Or am I? Okay, so I have the power going to an extra one of these circuits that's ran 5 LEDs into here. This is the one that is faulty, and when I unplug this one, it works just fine. You can see the LEDs, but this one right here is not lit, and that's the one that is faulty. So let's go ahead and unplug those 5 lights and plug that single light into this power to see if we can get it on. And you can see right there, there's nothing. So I'm just gonna go with this light is faulty, and it's sending us, this wrong signal, and it just doesn't work. So whenever that light's plugged in, there's no lights that work. So I'm just gonna go ahead and have to take that one out, and I'm just gonna go ahead and leave that one out so I don't have any more problems going forward, and I can finish this up and we could see how awesome this looks. I just took it out and unwired it, and I was like, hey, I'm gonna give it one more test. I took it apart and put it back in, the power one, and all of a sudden we got light. Don't know what's up with that, but it does work. So I'll take back my last claim where that light was faulty. I don't know what happened. I just literally undid this guy right here, pulled out all of it, had the light by itself, plugged it in the cable, the power, and all of a sudden it worked. So I'm gonna go ahead and put it back into this and finish wiring this up, and hopefully we have a complete model by then. Stay tuned.
And we have finally finished, guys. After that long process, we got everything to work. You can see the LEDs on the top. I got them fully functional. Here's the box if you guys want to see that one more time. Brick Max with an X. Very, very awesome kit, guys. I did have one extra light, I believe, in there, but I went through it, and I should have been complete. But absolutely awesome. I hope it solves any questions you have with this. And if you do have any questions on this light kit or any installation things, please comment below and I'll be sure to help, because I had my hands on experience with this. I would definitely, if you're asking me to do a light kit, I'm gonna be honest, I wouldn't recommend starting with Ninjago City Gardens. I have a couple reasons for this. One is this set, in my opinion, is fragile. It's not a fun set to move around. It's kind of similar to the Daily Bugle, where it's really not structurally sound. Whereas you have a modular like Brick Bank or Downtown Diner or Police Station, that is a difficult building to knock pieces off, in my opinion. So if you're moving Ninjago City Gardens around, you have pieces that fall off all the time. Like these things you saw with little ease, I just popped one of these guys off. I've knocked these off probably 100 times throughout this process. So that's one suggestion I'm gonna give. Start with something easier, just to get your hands, get comfortable with this light kit system. That is really it. So my cable management was a big thing. I really tried in the beginning, and then it slipped. There was just no way I could keep it together. So my cable management is pretty bad for this set. I have honestly wires. It's not the prettiest, but if I could have done it again, I would have started with a modular, because they're just more structurally sound. And this is just a difficult set to build, let alone install a light kit. So that's my advice on this set. But all that aside, guys, this is awesome. I'm so happy to have completed it, and it all works and functions properly. It really takes Lego to the next level, and I hope that those words stick with you, because it really does. Like this is next level for Lego, and eventually I think I would do my whole city, at least the modular buildings, and maybe a couple of the trains. I think a train lit up would be pretty sweet. But yeah, that's basically it, guys. I hope you found value in this video, and if you did, give it a thumbs up, and if you are new here, hit that subscribe button. Stay around for the bloopers, and we'll see you in the next video. Stud City, out. Okay, so like I said, this is the slight kit. And I've got... So let me problem solve. That's